Hi everyone, my name is Cindy Fumbata and welcome to Hairapy Sessions. I've always been fascinated by hair and what it means to women, different kinds of women from all over the world, of different races and cultures, and I've always found that it's significant. Whoever you are and wherever you come from in the world, hair is always a defining factor and a common thread that is shared by women all over the world, regardless of who you are and where you come from. And I've always wanted to explore that, not in the sense of looking at what it's meant historically, in terms of necessarily the aesthetics of it and what that's meant for a specific culture, but what it means to us emotionally, what it means and what it feels like and what it looks like when you're looking in the mirror. What do you see when you've just rolled out of bed in the morning? How do you relate to yourself, and how do you navigate the world and make sense of how the world relates to you, and what that means and how that plays out in different ways, again, regardless of who you are and where you come from. And I've personally had quite an interesting journey with hair. As you can see, I'm bald by choice, and I've had a very interesting journey in terms of, relaxing my hair, transitioning into an afro. That particular transition was quite interesting as well. I could talk for hours and hours about that and what it meant for me and how it changed how I felt the world perceived me and how I navigated the world. But I will get to that at some point. I will share my story in more detail. The purpose of this mini-series, is to take a glimpse into the lives of the women who are close to me, some of the women who are close to me and their particular hair journeys. And I've chosen different women from different backgrounds and cultures, who speak different languages, who have had very different just ways of being and ways of movement on this planet. And I'm interested in the ways, though their experiences are very much like mine and yours, and also in the ways that they're different. I think in a lot of ways we're very linked to each other, and there's always some common denominator in anyone's stories. I believe in storytelling. I believe in the power of storytelling, particularly at this time when things are very uncertain. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. There's a lot of fear and a little bit of darkness as well. And I wanted to create something, or create a platform to just put the spotlight on women who I admire, women whose hair stories I admire and I think speak to a lot of women. And I'm interested in how people will respond to that. So I'd love to invite you on that journey. I'd love to invite you on a journey to introspect, to see yourselves mirrored on the screen, to say, oh my word, I'm not alone. That's not just me. I've felt that too. I feel exactly the same. I've experienced that too. C.S. Lewis has a quote, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it says something along the lines of, a friend is born or created when we're able to say, oh my word, you too. There's something about having shared experiences and seeing ourselves mirrored on any kind of platform that validates our own experiences, that makes us feel like we're not alone. There's just something very powerful about that, and I've always wanted to create something like that, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to do so, because now I have a little bit of free time on my hands. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love this to be a collaborative effort, and not just for women. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love for you to be able to pick out things that struck you in the conversations, be it a phrase, be it a photo, be it a question, a particular remark, whatever it is. I'd love for you to highlight that and comment below. Whichever platform you may see this on, I'd love for it to be an ongoing conversation. These videos are meant to be just a series of conversations with friends. And going back to the C.S. Lewis quote that I quoted earlier, I want us to be friends. I want you to be friends with my friends who are sharing their stories on this particular platform. I want us to be able to share ideas and experiences in powerful ways. And I say powerful because simplicity is powerful. Sharing stories, sharing vulnerability is powerful. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and your own experiences. If you relate to something, if something resonates with you, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. I've always been interested in ideas of identity and beauty and self-esteem, particularly pertaining to women, because I think a lot of the time those ideas are thought of as trivial or somewhat trivial and insignificant. But my goodness, they have such an incredible effect on the way we move through the world and the way that we navigate the world and our own lives and how we feel about ourselves and see ourselves. And I've always wanted to create platforms where people can just share who they are, what they're struggling with, see themselves mirrored on a screen, see themselves mirrored in a particular person that they have free access to, in ways that allow them the freedom to explore what's going on in their own hearts. I hope that this particular platform will do that, not just for you, but for me and my friends who I will be asking to share their own stories and journeys on this platform. I've always been passionate about the things that women are passionate about, the things that make our hearts come alive and make us angry and sad and feel unseen, and the things that make us feel seen, and us being relentless in the pursuit of the freedom to be ourselves and fully ourselves, and to release the fullness of all and who we are, wherever we are in any context that we find ourselves in. So I'd like to invite you to be part of this journey, to be part of Hairapy Sessions, to feel like it's a Hairapy therapy session in your lounge. Some of you might be watching this while you're on the toilet. Wherever you are, I want it to be something that is collaborative, that is engaging, that is connecting with you and your heart and your experiences. So I'm super excited to introduce a number of my friends who will be sharing their personal hair stories. And I'm interested to delve into what those hair stories mean for identity, for beauty, for self-worth, and how they navigate the world with those particular ideas, and how those ideas have come about in positive and negative ways, or both. And I hope you'll see yourselves mirrored in me and my friends, in the things that we speak about, in the ideas that we flag and highlight. I invite you to come have a Hairapy session with me. Enjoy.